So for those of you who've known me for a very long time, you know that I have been fighting against food colonialism that comes in the form of GMOs and the toxic chemicals like glyphosate that causes cancer that is in those GMOs. And I've been calling this chemical warfare and biological warfare against Africa. But this time I'm no longer just focusing on talking about Africa in general. I'm going into specific countries. And in this case, my country, Zimbabwe, that now has the highest cancer death rate in the world. And according to a newspaper of the government of Zimbabwe that is called the Herald, they're actually saying that cancer has become the biggest killer of Zimbabweans, even more than HIV and other lifestyle diseases. This is very concerning. So I began to do my investigation, spoke to some high-ranking government officials in health and other departments, and they said the truth of the matter is, the moment we couldn't grow enough mealie meal and maize in Zimbabwe, we allowed the ban of GMOs to be removed in 2008. And immediately GMOs began to come into the country. And when they came into the country, we immediately saw a blowing up of cancers in the country. So we immediately banned those GMOs and the cancer rate went down again. Then he says that in about 2017, we saw the illegal importation of GMOs, and that is what has caused this increase in cancers that we're beginning to see in the country. So I wanted to see if what he was saying was true. So we began to take some foods from Zimbabwe and began to test them to see if they were GMOs, and they were there. And when we saw these GMOs, we also found that toxic cancer-causing chemical called glyphosate. Immediately I began to talk about it, and the Grain Millers Association came and went to court. They took me to court. They said I was lying that there was illegal GMOs in the country, and they also said that I was lying that there was the cancer-causing chemical in their foods. The court took their side. The judge said I must stop talking about grain millers and their food. I immediately stopped. So you would have thought that the issue was finished right there and then. But no, the Grain Millers Association this week decided to reopen that door by testing their food to see if it's got glyphosate. They deliberately did not say, test for GMOs because they knew that there were GMOs, and they've admitted that in their own court papers in Zimbabwe. They tested, and after testing, they came and gave their results at a press conference in which they mentioned my name and how it is that I lied. This is why I can do this right of reply. So, the Standards Association of Zimbabwe, the authority of all standards in Zimbabwe, is who they used, and they came and they gave the results. They said that the mealie meal that was tested by Grain Millers Association, all of them had glyphosate.